Everyone, welcome to our fourth out of five mock drafts for Mao's Macho Mandarins, a Dynasty Fantasy Basketball League. We didn't end up having time to record this in Vegas because of how busy we were actually watching basketball, so I'm just going to do this at home on my own now that I've gotten laid off. Just like my columns, I'm going to go through each pick and talk about whether the person at that pick should draft, reach, or trade. Since it's just me, I'm just going to go through the first round, and here we go. So the number one pick in the draft was Cooper Flag for the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks have made it very clear that they're not going to trade him, unlike what I hoped. Joe has this pick, and it's not that complicated a decision. Honestly, he should totally draft him. We got to see him play the Spurs on Saturday morning, and it was incredible. He just really showed ability to learn very quickly in game and adjust to what defenses were throwing at him and how the coaching staff wanted him to make decisions differently. So I think this is a smash pick for him. He's gonna unless like Cooper Flag looks like he's gonna be a great player. That being said, Joe does have a lot of wings, and Flag is an insurance policy for some of them. But maybe if he gets the right trade offer, I could see something happening. But this is a great draft pick. Pick number two is the Spurs' Dylan Harper, who we also got to see in this game. Dylan Harper was a treat. He played, every facet of the game that we wanted to see out of him. He passed really well. He finished really well. He had a couple good shots. Incredible decision making, and yeah, just pinpoint accurate passing. I know that Chris really wants him, so he's definitely gonna hit draft, and I think that's a great decision. It gives Chris room to build younger, because his team is pretty young despite having Steph and Giannis on it, and he lost Fred VanVleet and Vucevic, which lets him, concentrate a little bit more on his youth. So yeah, another draft. For the third pick for Arsley, we have VJ Edgecombe. Personally, I think with Arsley's lineup of very young players, he could do a little bit better than VJ Edgecombe if he could get the right value. There's also the whole should he pick Ace Bailey thing because Ace Bailey was slotted to go number three. I think reaching down to Ace Bailey or Constantinople could be the right move, but also if he's getting trade offers for anyone at either of those spots, or anyone at the three, like if he's getting enough first rounders to make that worth it for him, then he should go for that. So I think this is a trade if he can get the right offer. Number four pick by the Charlotte Hornets is Constantinople, and this is ongoing trend of just mispronouncing European last names, as Amrith keeps pointing out with Dalton Necht. Akash has this pick. We saw him play two games, Friday and Saturday, and he's everything I thought he was going to be and more. I mean, I thought he was going to be a great gadget player, but he could be more of like a Draymond type. He's just really earned that number four pick status. If I'm Akash, I think he should smash draft on Constantinople if he's still available. Constantinople would be a great addition to Akash's team, but also if someone's looking to trade for him, he'd be a great gadget player to add in the early first round. For the number five pick, we have Ace Bailey for the Jazz. Neil has this pick. There's obviously the threat of Arsley having already picked Ace Bailey because of his talent, or Akash taking him if he gets sniped on Constantinople. But I think Ace Bailey is a good fit for Neil's team. Neil's team is already very young, and getting Ace Bailey is a good insurance policy against players like Zion and Jabari Smith Jr. flaming out or getting more injured. Neil lost Benedict Mathurin in the expansion draft, and Ace Bailey is kind of a replacement for that. So I think he should draft him. For our number 6 pick, we have Trey Johnson for the Washington Wizards. Now, Andrew Brief has this pick. I think that he doesn't really fit Andrew's timeline. Andrew's got a lot of older players and not much youth. So if Andrew can like package Trey Johnson or this pick and maybe some of his younger players like Keontae George to get some other stars, he might be much more competitive. Or he could trade out and get more picks from future drafts if he gets the right deal. But I think Trey Johnson's not a good fit for a team like Andrew. For the number 7 pick, we have Jeremiah Fears to the New Orleans Pelicans, and Carmi has this pick. So I talk a lot about how I don't like the Pelicans medical staff. I think the Bensons have done a bad job of keeping, halfway decent doctors available for the team. So I'm always kind of hesitant to pick Pelicans players. Uh, since I don't love the fit for him, I think Kami should try to trade the pick and see if there's anyone who is willing to take a chance on Jeremiah Fears, is willing to take someone else at this place and see what he can get out of it. Kami's famous for only having one rookie scale contract on his team. He didn't draft any, and he was the only person to do that. So rookie players don't really fit his timeline. If Carmi is interested in drafting some youth this year, he might reach down to Igor Diomin from the Nets or Cedric Coward from the Grizzlies if he's really interested in the guard, or if he wants to keep getting bigs. There's Kaman Maock and Colin Murray Boyles available. If you can't tell, we zoomed in and made the pictures bigger. Number 8 pick is Igor Diemen for the Brooklyn Nets. David has this pick. David has a pretty young lineup, and so Diemen fits his timeline. I've already talked about how I thought he's a good pickup for Alex earlier, so if he's still on the board, David should definitely grab him. Dave's pick at number 9 is Toronto's Colin Murray Boyles. We didn't really get to see him at Summer League, but he's definitely impressed, and he shot up the draft boards after the combine because of his improvements over the season that people were kind of hoping for. Since Dave also has a very young team, he really fits the lineup, and would be a good complement to Dave's bigs and wings heavy team. So yeah, I think he should draft as well. For the number 10 pick in the draft, we have Aaron and the Phoenix Suns, Kaman Malwak. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's been really great. I think he's a great pickup for Aaron. Aaron's got a very balanced team, so it fits his timeline isn't really a factor here, and a player like this will just make his team better. Yeah, draft. All right, now for the number 11 pick. It's the Memphis Grizzlies' Cedric Coward. They traded up for this pick. That means that they probably believe in him pretty hard. We got to see him play a little bit. He was pretty fun to watch, but not really much to comment on other than he did a good job. He was worthy of number 11 pick. I don't really need him on my team. I have a lot of wings already, and that would be pretty redundant. I've got plenty of young players. Really, what I'm looking for is bigs right now, but I also really want Derek Queen because he's on the Pelicans. So I'm gonna have to decide between Thomas Sorber or maybe even Yang Hansen. depending on who gets picked and when. If someone offers me a trade up to this, I would probably take that as long as the position's right. For the number 12 pick, John has the Chicago Bulls' Noah Esenge, I think that's how you say it, who played in the EuroLeague. He's also a player we didn't get to see anything of. Um, I don't think he fits John's timeline. John's team got a little older after the expansion draft, so he should really look to trade this pick to see if someone who's interested in anyone who's still on the board is willing to give up a vet to make him more competitive. John's definitely lacking in guards, so if he can get a real guard, that would probably improve his team a lot. For the number 13 pick, we have Paul and the New Orleans Pelicans' Derek Queen. Pelicans also traded up for this pick, so we know that they really wanted it. I have already expressed my concerns about the Pelicans. I don't want to draft players from there until I know that they're going to stay healthy, and especially a big on the Pelicans, that's just a lot of risk for me. So I think I'm going to say that Paul should trade this pick to someone who's willing to take that risk. He's also got an older team, and if someone's willing to trade him some vets that fit his profile, that would be a lot better. I mean, Paul was very close to making the finals, so I would trade this to keep pushing that value. At number 14, we have Carter Bryant, who went to the San Antonio Spurs. Here we say playing against the young Kelly Olynyk. This is Sahil's pick. I think that Carter Bryant, at this stage of the draft, especially someone going to the Spurs, we're looking at kind of players that could be starters, but like will stay on lineups because they're useful in a lot of aspects. When we got to see Carter Bryant play against the Dallas Mavericks, he defended Cooper Flag 96 feet, possession after possession after possession. He was a great, strong player. Teams are going to want him to stay on their team for a long time. He's going to have a long career in the league, and that kind of value at pick number 14 is kind of great. I really think this is a good pickup for Sahil and would fit his team as someone he can rely on for gadget stats later on. For the number 15 pick, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder's Thomas Sorber. Nate has this pick. I don't think he'll be available at 15. I think he's a little bit too valuable, especially for a tanking team since he might start the year a little bit injured. Um, but if he is available, Nate should draft him. If not, I think Nate, who was also very close to winning last year, should trade this pick and some of his other young players to get some real vets and make his team more competitive. I think a trade would be a much better option for him, and that's what he should go for. And finally, for the 16th pick, we have the Portland Trailblazers, who chose Han San Yang from China. Now, normally, well, I would give similar advice to James's what I gave to Nate, that he should trade the pick for value and see if he can stay competitive as he just won the championship. But James did just lose Daniel Gafford in the expansion draft. Yang is a great replacement for Gafford, and the Portland Trailblazers making a big swing on this pick means that there's a lot riding on it for him to do well in the league. I think he's actually a great pickup and could keep James competitive for years to come because he is lacking in bigs. So I really think James should draft him. Now we'll go through a couple players that I think are kind of sleepers for the second round, just so people have something to think about before the next video. First off, there's the Orlando Magic's Jace Richardson. The Orlando Magic are constantly churning through guards that are looking for the right fit on the team, and I think Jace Richardson is in a good place to be one of those guards. Next up is Hugo Gonzalez for the Boston Celtics. We got to see him play the Grizzlies. He worked really hard out there. It was a lot of fun watching him. He had some great court vision, moved really well with the ball, and made great decisions and took good shots. Um, he's a guy that I love to have on my team, and he should go much higher than the 28th pick. The last guy is Liam McNeely, another guy that we got to see a little bit of out there because we saw two Hornets games. Uh, really, again, another great gadget player that we'll see a lot of play because he has the willpower to keep going on the court, and he worked really hard out there. It was great watching him, and I think he'll have a great career as long as the Hornets don't ruin him. And that's it for the fourth mock draft. Hope you enjoyed everything, and I'll see you next time. Please vote in the ballots that were provided in the email, and good luck. Bye.